you afraid of the dark? Well then, don't watch the next movie you rent with all the lights out. It just might be the wrong one for you. How many times have you gone to rent a video? And all the new movies were out, so you looked through the old titles because you really wanted to see a flick that night. But you've seen all the good old movies 3 or 4 times already. So now you look through all the really obscure videos and try to figure what the movie is about just by the title alone. You finally pick one and hope that it lives up to the title and the picture on the box, but it usually doesn't. You rent it anyway. I mean, how bad can it really be? A young boy named Billy found out one night when he rented a movie that was the wrong rating for him. It was rated G.
Hey, Mom, here's one I haven't seen.
I thought you'd seen all these movies at least 3 times each already. What could you have found that you haven't seen yet?
This one, look here, it's all by itself in the corner of the store. It's called Should You Be Afraid of This Movie? What a weird title. It looks like a comedy or a funny ghost story or something like that.
As Billy reached for the video, he felt a cold wind, which seemed to come from the rack the video was on. It touched his hand, and the chill ran through his body. He passed it off as a draft and paid no mind to it, reaching again for the video. He picked it up and took it to the front of the store. The clerk was a new guy Billy had never seen before.
Hey, you're new here, aren't you?
Yes, I just bought the store.
How's this movie? What's it about? And how come it was in that corner all by itself, with no other movies around it?
It's a ghost story, I'm told. No one has ever rented it before and probably never will again. Curious title, is it not? Should you be afraid of this movie? I wonder. Should you be? Tell you what, it's yours free. Keep it. You own it.
The clerk looked coldly at Billy with an evil grin on his face as Billy's mom came up to the counter.
What's going on?
It's 9 o'clock. We close at 9.
It's okay, Mom. I got this movie and the guy said I can keep it.
Yes, and don't bring it back. It is yours. Good night.
Billy and his mom walked to her car.
Who's in it? What's it rated? And how come the guy doesn't want it back?
Nobody famous. The guy said it's a ghost story, and it's rated G.
Billy, your dad and I will be back very late. Don't have anyone in the house while we're gone, and don't stay up too late. There's some leftover chicken in the fridge, and clean up after you. Billy, did you hear me?
Yes, Mom.
Don't forget, do your homework before you watch any TV. Behave yourself, and don't let that ghost movie scare you.
Billy's parents leave, and Billy waits until he hears the car drive away. Did you ever wonder how close to the television screen does reality end and fantasy begin? Billy was about to find out.
Homework. Right. Video is my life. Yeah, I could watch this stuff all day. Who needs this school stuff anyway? Yeah, I know. Federal laws forbid copying. I know.
As the movie began, a scary face, a ghost, appeared on the screen and looked straight at the camera as if staring directly at Billy.
Should you leave the lights on?
Ooh, I'm scared.
Should you lock the doors?
How about the windows? This looks pretty bogus so far.
As Billy sarcastically answered the question from the scary face, he thought he noticed the face reacting to his answers, but that's silly. It's only a movie, right?
Should you be afraid of the dark?
Come on, get on with it.
Should you be afraid of this movie?
Who, me?
Billy's heart nearly stopped with fear at what happened next. The face looked straight at him and said,
Yes, you, Billy.
What the?
all at once, all the doors in the house slammed shut, and all the lights went out, and there was a scream that came from the TV.
So, what's going on? Who are you? How?
Well, Billy, should you be afraid of this movie? Don't worry about locking the doors. They're already locked. And the lights are out for good.
The only light in the room came from the TV. Billy was frozen, looking at the set, trying not to scream and wanting to believe that this was all a dream. As he stood motionless, the face on the screen seemed to move out from behind the glass into the room. It was real. The ghost in the movie was in the room with him.
Now, don't you wish you were doing your homework like a good little boy?
Who are you? What do you want with me?
I want power. The more homes I get into, the more power I get. But no one ever rents this movie.
But what does that have to do with me?
You rent movies all the time. Hundreds of movies. Every time you rent one and take it back, someone else rents it. And then someone else. I am going to haunt you. And a part of me will go into every videotape you touch, and into the homes of hundreds and then thousands of people. Then I will be all powerful.
Billy glanced down and saw the remote control. Maybe, just maybe, if he could reach it before the ghost knew what he was going to do, he could end this nightmare. But the ghost noticed Billy's eyes and levitated the remote before he could make his move. Now, what was he going to do? The entity moved closer to Billy, who stood motionless, unable to move his legs, which seemed glued to the floor. He could feel the damp, cold air around his feet. A musty stench filled the air. The ghost pointed the remote at Billy and pushed the record button. The ghost's hand was so close to Billy's face, he could see a small patch of a blue powdery substance left by the ghost's finger on the remote. As the ghost pushed the button, Billy felt a strong pain behind his eyes. The ghost laughed as a bright electrical light filled the room and the smell of ectoplasm filled the air.
You are mine now, Mr. Billy. You and the whole world will kneel at my power.
There was a great explosion and then darkness for Billy.
Billy, Billy, wake up! Wake up and go to bed. Look at this place. It looks as if there was a wild party here. What went on here?
Well, what happened?
You tell me, young man. I'm waiting.
This movie, there was, a real ghost, and he haunted me. And he wants to haunt all the families, and he wants me to rent a lot of movies, and...
All right, Billy, that's enough. Your movie renting days are over. You return that movie tomorrow. And there'll be no more movies. Do you understand? No more movies.
Billy's mom told him to clean up the mess before he went up to bed. He began to take care of it and thought to himself, it must have been a dream.
Wow, I must have been out of it. Yeah, I probably fell asleep, and... and right, there was a minor earth tremor that caused all this mess. I don't know. There's got to be some logical explanation.
That's when he saw it. As he picked up the remote, he noticed a small patch of blue powder on the record button.
No!
Be careful what you watch on the tube, and be careful what movies you rent. Check those ratings. A G rating might not mean general audience. It could mean G for ghost.